fear that most people worry about? Or is fear just an excuse because people are really afraid to pull the trigger? That's the biggest problem between successful people and normal average people. Some people are just happy being where they're at, or just too damn comfortable. I guess the only way to put it is, say you got a job. Say you finally got that job that gets you 15 bucks an hour or whatever the hell it is. The fact is, especially if you're in a job that you feel real secure, yet you want more in life, at the end of the day, you're afraid to pull the trigger because you want more. Or you just got too comfortable in your situation. So you want all this new stuff, or you want these great things or bigger things for your family, but you're finding every excuse in your mind why you can't reach those goals. You know, you work too much, or you're tired when you get home. But I'm going to tell you something, man. Every time you reach a new goal, or you have focused on something, it could be the smallest thing, like a mountain bike, and you get it, you think to yourself, wow, I feel so much more, you feel fulfilled. You know, or going to the gym and you put a little size on you, and all of a sudden you have this unbelievable amount of well-being, and it almost becomes an addiction. And then you go to work, you come home, and you're tired, or whatever excuse it is in your head that you're using why you ain't going to go to the gym that day. I guess at the end of the day, it sounds kind of crazy, but at the end of the day, you really do want a lot more. You want to be able to buy that Lambo or that Vet or that beautiful house or whatever it is, and things start to fall in your lap regardless, and you say nothing is ever happening good for me. But the fact is, you might be on YouTube, or you might see somebody doing something, or you might read a book and it gave you some ideas, but at the end of the day, you're fucking scared to pull that trigger, so you find 1,000 excuses why you can't do it. There's a reality to all this, man. The most successful people in the world pulled the trigger. They pulled the trigger and they said, fuck it. You know, there's a great book that I've been reading here and there, and I've been actually slacking a little bit, and it really teaches you about having that fuck it attitude. And the more you have that fuck it attitude and you say fuck it and you do it anyways and you pull the trigger, things start happening, and you're going to think to yourself, why didn't you do this fucking earlier? Why didn't you do this when you were younger? I'm telling you right now, man, you got to have that fuck it attitude, and you just got to pull the trigger on whatever it is. What's the worst that can happen? It doesn't work out? Listen, you can fail 1,000 times in life. You only have to succeed once. Think about that. So I'm in that point in life right now where I've been acting a little funny about pulling the trigger, but I come to the river over here, I sit with my wife, I collect my thoughts, and I say to myself, you know what? I'm gonna pull the trigger, just like I did in many aspects of life. Whether it was politics at one point.
Because you had nothing to lose at that time. That's the key point.
In my head, I had nothing to lose.
Yes. Now in your head, you have a lot to lose.
Well,
meaning, your security, meaning your health insurance, the great health insurance that is a big deal. You have a lot of things to lose right now.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I'm going to be beating myself in the fucking head why I didn't take that chance.
But that's the thing, that if you do take a chance, you have a chance to gain even more.
Yep.
That's the thing that you don't know. You don't know if you're going to gain or not.
Think about this when you see people that you know that are very, very successful, and I'm sure everybody knows at least one or two people that are doing things. What's the difference? Pay attention. What's the difference? Why are they successful and why are you not? Because they just fucking did it. And you would have been like, well, they failed 100 times. So what? It succeeded once. So, I don't know. This video can go in 100 different directions. To me, it's a way to think and gather my thoughts and sit here with my old lady and watch the fucking river. And it gets me thinking, big things are coming. And one day you guys are going to see that video where me and my wife are getting in that new Lambo, which is most likely what I'm going to end up getting. And you'll be like, how the fuck did they do it? I just pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed and tried to fucking cut the negatives out in my head. Because that's, in the end of the day, that's where it is. It's in your fucking head. And made it happen. Hopefully this video helps some people. Hopefully it didn't confuse anybody. Peace out.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh. I'm not done talking. You hijacked my fucking camera. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, he's like, he was about to cut it off Steven, man. Like, Now he talked about the mundane shit. I need to talk about the spiritual shit. Like, hello. Like, now you
Just
hold
kidding.
this. Now he touched upon that. On the spiritual side, as he said, like, you can't grow and you can't grow your, fortune and stuff if you don't face your fears. That same shit goes for you not being able to grow as a person if you don't face your fears and pull the trigger. Those fears that you are facing, that's your demons, that's your shadow self, and you have to conquer that. If you don't conquer that, you will be in a box forever. Now, it's your choice if you want to live in that box. If you're comfortable in that box, by all means, stay there.
I don't think anybody is.
I don't think anybody is either. They try to convince themselves because of fear is a huge ass thing. It's scary. It really is. It's paralyzing. That's what it is. It's paralyzing.
It got me thinking real quick. There's a gal I work with, and I'm a big time. There's a book that I've read maybe 1,000 times, and it's called The 48 Laws of Power. I'm sure some of you guys have heard of it, and I recommended the book highly to this lady. And so she was heavy into reading. She was always reading every day at work, and she decided to buy the book from my recommendation. And she started reading it. About a month later, I went up to her and asked her, "Hey, how you like that book?" You know what she told me? She goes, "It scared the shit out of her, and she likes to live in this little world of hers and not believe, or not so much believe. It almost scared her, thinking that she actually said she likes to live in this little box of her own, this little world of her own, because
it's comfortable.
It's comfortable.
She knows it. It's well known. That's what it is. It's well known.
She said it scared the shit out of her, and she doesn't want to live in that real reality, that true reality that book was speaking about. But I don't know.
See, that's all fine and dandy for regular people, but for people that that I communicate with, that are into this spirituality and they want to do witchcraft and they want to make things manifest in their lives, you need to conquer your fears. How are you gonna do that? Well, I do have a working that is about working with the 7 deadly sins that you can purchase at my website, or you can try on your own. And you just have to be conscious of what that is. You have to be conscious of what it is that you fear. Write down everything that you fear. Write down everything that you feared since, go as far back as you can remember. All of our issues stem from childhood, period. And that's not something that you need to blame your parents for. You just need to acknowledge it and move the fuck on.
Yeah.
Because, even you as a parent, you're gonna, fuck up your child in a certain way as well. You can try not to, but you will. It's inevitable. Anyways, just be conscious of what it is that you fear. And if you are scared of so much of whatever the fuck it is, make your plan. I hate plans B, but if you need to do that, do that. Because you cannot grow spiritually at all if you can't embrace that. It's the same way as you cannot heal people if you don't know how to curse. That does not mean that you need to go cursing people. You just need to embrace that side of yourself, that shadow, and just, conquer that fear. Until you do, everything that you do will be mediocre at best. And now I'm done.
Okay, get your head out of your ass.